Although teaching involves a great deal of planning beforehand and additional assessment work after the fact, the delivery of content is perhaps the most important component of effective instruction. Clearly, if the students are not taught, their probability for success is not maximized. Responsibility for the effective delivery of instruction is the responsibility of the teacher. As discussed, pre-planning is an essential practice for teachers, setting them up to deliver instruction in a fluent and engaging manner. When teachers are uncertain about what is happening or stutter through a lesson unprepared, the students quickly disengage. Also, as discussed, the teacher's job is to develop a lesson that maximizes the student's probability for success. Success is maximized when teaching examples are relevant, logically sequenced, and when the teacher uses examples as opportunities to engage students in the content. All good lessons should result in student success with multiple opportunities for teachers to provide positive feedback to the students. When positive feedback opportunities are not present, it should be a sign to the teacher that instruction is not working. Teacher modeling of content is an effective strategy, but there are effective and ineffective ways to model. Similarly, while most would agree that examples are important, not all understand that the selection and sequencing of effective examples is a key task of an effective teacher. Simply using examples from the book and allowing students to interact with examples does little to maximize the probability of success. Sometimes people assume that it's better if students experience only natural examples in the real world. While it's true that natural examples are important, those examples that occur naturally in any particular teaching environment are unlikely to represent the full range of examples that might be encountered in the real world. For example, we could teach a student to cross the street using streets only around the school, and that is highly naturalistic. But the real world has a wide variety of street crossing signs, signals, and protocol. To train only with those examples that occur naturally in the learning environment is horribly short-sighted. Effective teachers consider all the examples that a student might be confronted with in the real world, and then find ways to bring those examples into instruction. Consider how the teacher gathers examples for teaching students how to greet a novel person in the community. Sometimes a high five is okay, other times a formal handshake is necessary, and still other times a more informal or friendly handshake is fine. So the teacher needs to make sure that all of these examples are used as part of the instruction if we truly want the student to be successful with greeting others. When considering example selection, there are three big ideas. First, the best teaching examples are real world, but they are not always present naturally. Second, teachers must seek out and plan to use the full range of natural examples from across all settings and circumstances that the student might reasonably encounter. And third, in addition to positive examples, teachers should teach when not to use the skill and should be explicit in teaching exceptions or other examples that would be likely to cause failure. Examples are most effectively sequenced when the students get to see a range of positive examples followed by minimally different non- or negative examples. The teacher must think out how to model for the student in such a way that not only do the students understand what the skill is, but also what it is not and when it is not appropriate. Going back to the street crossing example, students need to see several real-world examples of how to use the signs and signals in the environment, but also see that when a car is coming, it doesn't matter what the street sign says. Both positive and negative examples are crucial to helping students clearly discriminate right from wrong or appropriate from inappropriate. Consider how the teacher is sequencing examples to show the difference between right and wrong in the following illustrations.
Okay, so let's say you're going to meet someone important, and what would you do? You'd most likely shake their hand. Exactly right. Good job. So let's say you wanted to go to the bank to get a loan. You'd also probably shake someone's hand as well. Or let's say you're meeting a parent's friend But what if you went to, say, a job interview and you want to shake their hand, but instead you went up and said, high five? That probably wouldn't be too formal now, would it?
All right, boys and girls, today we're going to go back over our strategy called 6 on the floor. So anytime we're at centers, anytime we're at our desks, we're going to be sitting down, we're going to practice what is called 6 on the floor. Let me model for you what 6 on the floor looks like. So I have my chair, I'm going to sit down like this. It's 6 on the floor because how many feet do I have on the floor? 2. How many legs of the chair are there? What is 4 plus 2?
6.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is called 6 on the floor. This is how we sit down no matter where we are in the classroom, okay? So let me ask you a question. Is this 6 on the floor? Okay. What about this? Is this 6 on the floor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
6.
okay. What about this? Is this 6 on the floor?
Yes.
Yes. How about now? Is this 6 on the floor? No, it's only 4 on the floor. Why is this not acceptable and this is acceptable? Yes.
Because there's only 4 on the floor and the front 2 of the chair are off.
Exactly. And is 4 on the floor safe? No. Is 6 on the floor safe?
Yes.
Yes. Is this 6 on the floor? Yes. Okay. What about this?
No.
No. Why isn't this 6 on the floor? Yes.
When considering example sequencing, there are 3 big ideas. First, teachers should start instruction with positive examples showing the variety of situations or conditions in which the skill is to be used. Second, teachers also should juxtapose non-examples so that students clearly see how the key components of the skills are important. And third, teachers should think ahead to exceptions and potential errors and make sure those examples are sequenced. Modeling is perhaps the main distinguishing characteristic of effective instruction. Effective teachers are masters at demonstrating content and skills for students as a way of helping students understand how to be successful. But modeling is more than just simple teacher demonstration. Effective modeling involves physical demonstration along with verbal explanations. Calling attention to the physical components and questions to engage the students with the model. Like, notice how I'm putting my finger here. Why do you think I do that? So now, watch these examples of effective modeling.
So guys, what might you do if you want to get around someone or get by them to get something? Let's say I want to get some candy passed right over on the shelf. Right, excuse me, can I get by you?
No.
Thank you. So, did you guys see how I asked it to use me and then got confirmation and then went around? Okay, Kobe, would you come up and show us? So if you wanted to get by me, how would you go about doing it?
Just say, excuse me.
Great, let's try it out. I'll be in the way, you try to get by me.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh yes,
May I get for you?
sure, no problem. Alright, thank you, Kobe. What do you think? Was that how we should do it?
We're going to work on making sentences on our iPad. I'm going to model first and then I will have you do it. Okay?
Okay.
Conversation. What type of music do you like?
I
like
like pop.
Pop.
Okay. So what kind of music do you like? I like and then what type?
I like classical.
Good job.
When considering modeling, there are 3 big ideas. First, because modeling is such a powerful tool, it should be used as part of all instruction of novel content. Second, modeling needn't be only teacher talk. Teachers can ask questions and engage students during modeling. And third, teachers should be explaining all physical modeling so that students can understand what is happening and what is important.